Well, here they come, and it's Tom Scott against Asazi. To see who's first over the line here, James Oliver Pearce shouting them on. Who's it going to be? It looks like it's going to be Asazi. Tom Scott pushing to the end as well. Oh, I don't know if you give that to a joint first place there. Possibly Asazi edged it. Very wet conditions. Great finish by the pair of them. Just checking with Jenna there. The times.
So 45.01 for both of them. Obviously Asazi just slightly ahead.
Elliot Bolton, same BILER, battling it out.
Push it, lads! Keep going, lads!
They're going to get a
Look at
record.
this for a finish.
42 minutes record. 42 minutes, 28 seconds. Both of them. I love that, boys!
Record.
Wow. 42 minutes, 28 seconds.
42
that
minutes.
Is crazy.
42.29? 42.28.
That is crazy.
And this. Well, here we are at the start of the Richmond Run 2020. Not even a global pandemic could stop this happening this year. It's on again. Rob Tuvey, manager. Good to have everybody out here, Rob.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's fantastic to be back. We've been back 2 weeks now. Great to see the lads again. Yeah, and it's something that we all look forward to in the diary. Robbo's obviously done it for so many years now, and it's a shame he can't be here today. But the show must go on.
And with us as well, we've got Will Rose as well, of course, the Question of Wimbledon winner on Zoom. His greatest honour, of course. Will, what about the challenges of getting everybody here to the start line again? It's good to have them out here, yeah?
Yeah, this will be my first time doing it as well. We've done a lot of physical testing, physical runs in the pre-season training so far. This is the first kind of mental toughness test, so we'll see how the boys fare with the distance, with the length, and see how they go. I'm looking forward to it as well. I think I'm just as nervous as the boys.
One of the favourites as well as a staff member, yeah?
One of the favourites.
We've got Michael Hamilton.
I'll take that. With Mike Hamilton and Michael Cook, who are the operations and academy manager, if I don't beat those two, then yeah, I'm in serious trouble.
I mean, it is a team bonding exercise as well, but what are you looking for from a physical performance point of view?
It's a lot. It's a long distance. It's not too, when you actually put the distance into perspective, it's about a 12k run. But it's the hills, it's the length of each length as such, and it's about them biting down and getting it done. A lot of these boys won't have been taken to a place like this before, especially look at the keepers where their positions don't involve this sort of output. So it'll be interesting to see how they fare.
And with us as well is, of course, Jenna Richards. Jenna, just tell us about the challenges it's had of getting this together again here for this year. It's we've got to be careful in this kind of time, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. So, as Will was just saying, we've got Mike, Academy Manager, and Mike, Operations Manager, as well as Elliot, who does our admin. They've been in touch with Richmond Park just to make sure we've got permission for today so that everything can go ahead. The boys have been really good coming back. We do temperature checks every day, check for symptoms, all that kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, it's a few more obstacles to overcome, but it's really important for us that we try and make sure these things go ahead, and we continue to do the things that are good for their development in a safe way.
And Rob, as manager, of course, hopefully we get to the stage where we're either playing at Old Trafford or Anfield or the Emirates, in Mike Hamilton's case, I suppose, when we play in the FA Youth Cup. But for yourself, we remember these occasions today. It's really important for a team bonding exercise, isn't it?
Massively. We're really big this year about one day at a time, and the boys understanding that each day plays a part in their long-term development. So days like today is just another test along that bumpy road to get to where they want to be, and hopefully they all knuckle down and really dig in.
So just remind us of the rules and what route we're going to be taking here.
So the route today will be, we follow the brown path round, so we start at Roehampton Gate, make our way to Robin Hood Gate, and then make our way long, little bit of hilly up here, make our way to Kingston Gate, mind the Black Hornet as you go up the road here to Richmond Gate, and then it's the long stretch all the way back to Roehampton Gate. You usually get caught out here where you think that you're at the finish line, but that is a long, long way to get back to Roehampton Gate. So yeah, no, really looking forward to it. Great test for the boys, and yeah, we've got some nervous boys out there, but no, fancy some good times out there today.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Black Hornet there. No Mark Robinson this year, but the legacy of the Black Hornet lives on. Has to.
Definitely some gullible people in this squad, so we will definitely catch them out. So yeah, no, we'll be mentioning that just before the race. Maybe not myself, I think they're expecting it from me, but maybe a job for Jenna this year just to mention it before we go.
And as a team group as well, it's good to have Isaac Quaine in here as well. I mean, he's picked up an injury, but it's important to keep everybody together, yeah?
Massively. Isaac's a massive part of this squad, and he's one to look for in the future. Jenna's really working hard with him at the moment, and obviously he's picked up an injury, which is a real shame for him, but we hope to have him back as quickly as we possibly can. But at the moment he's in every day. The boys have really been good with him, and he's a massive part of this squad still, so we're really pleased to have him here.
And of course that competitive edge will come into it, even though it is a team bonding thing. Are we looking at what, Isaac Ogundere, Morgan Williams perhaps are the favourites?
Yeah, them two will be up there. I wouldn't count out Abdi Ali as well. He was here last year and got a really, really good time. Would have smashed the record if it wasn't for Hussein and Elliot. But no, there'll be a few. The under-16s have been in with us since the start of pre-season, and James has done a really good job with them to get them mentally ready for this. So no, we're really looking forward to it, and hopefully we can get some good times. Look out for a young Will Rose, because I'm sure he will be up there.
Rob, thanks for your time.
No problem. It's about us getting that togetherness as a squad now, alright? So nobody gives up, everyone digs in, we make sure that we get everyone home safe, yeah? Everyone makes sure that they're pushing themselves. When we cross the finish line, we feel good.
Well, we've been now a familiar face, of course, 2011 playoff hero, Seb Brown, now back with the Academy. What's your role with the Academy now, Seb?
We've actually changed a lot up within the Academy, so we've split the head of Academy role up that Jordan had into lead foundation phase, lead youth phase coach. So I'm going to be taking on the lead youth phase coach, which means I'll basically have responsibility for the under 12 to under 16 goalkeepers. And then we're in a recruitment process at the moment for someone to look after the under 9s to under 12 sort of break off point. And then Bezo's pretty much do what he's been doing and take the scholars in with him and work with them from there. So really it's just formalising how we've been running it sort of over the past sort of 3 or 4 years since I came in. But yeah, it just adds a little bit more streamlinedness to the process and giving everyone a chance to kind of get a little bit more individual with what we're doing, really.
Good stuff. So of course here we are at Richmond Park for the Richmond Run. Did you ever do anything similar with this when you were a young player?
I was just telling the goalies there that I used to actually run the same route at Richmond Park as a young pro. When I was in Fat Club, ironically. Obviously the game's moved on a lot since then, but I used to come and before training every morning run the hour circuit, or it took me about an hour and a 10 to get around the whole outside. And then at Brentford as scholars we did a similar thing in Osterley Park where we ran a sort of a long distance trek through the park. And I just regaled the boys with the time that I beat our left back, and then he got pulled in the office the next morning and hammered. So as I say, the game's moved on a bit, but hopefully I've put their minds at ease a little bit. But I think a lot of the stuff for the goalies within this is going to be a bit more mental than it is probably physical.
Of course, Matt Cox has done fantastic signing that professional deal, now part of the first team squad. What about the keepers we've got this year?
Obviously, first things first to say with Coxie. I mean, Coxie came in as an under 15, so I did sort of 2 years with him there. I mean, the development now when I watch him play and I watch the clips that he gets and stuff like that, he is a different animal, and that's a testament to him, Jordan, Bezo, and really how he's kicked on and doing that. I mean, we did some Zoom calls in the sort of lockdown period for some of the younger goalies, and actually the one with Coxie involved and Aaron actually. Was brilliant. I mean, their inputs along with Bezo was really helpful for the young lads. But in terms of who we got running today, we've obviously got Aaron Jones, who's coming as our first year scholar. He's got a lot of work to do, but I've been pleasantly impressed actually with how well he's taken to it. I think this is his first year in academy football, so to come into an academy setup as a scholar is tough because you're coming into a full-time environment. But his attitude and his work ethic and his desire to improve has been phenomenal. He's done a few sessions up with Bezo as well, and I know that Bezo obviously sort of feels similar. So we've been in touch quite a lot because the scholars is, as I said earlier, not normally my remit. So I've sort of been touching base quite a lot with Bezo because of the split sites. So because the scholars are training away from the first team, it's a little bit more difficult to drop people in and out. But he's done a couple of sessions up there, and Bezo, as I say, Bezo's echoed pretty much what I've said there. We've got Harvey Keogh in on trial, who again he's been good. He's been his attitude and his work ethic and stuff's been good. Obviously he's got a lot to sort of try and prove, try and earn himself a deal alongside player, and I think if he does manage to do that, it'll be a really good test to see which one of them is going to start, especially when you consider you've still got Coxie, who's technically a second year this year, so it's realistically for the FA Youth Cup and stuff like that, depending on who ends up winning that shirt, it could be a really good battle for the boys. So those two will be the two sort of scholars that are running it, and we've got Luca, who's our under-16, Luca Ziga, coming in to sort of get a bit of a taste for hopefully the next 2 years if he can get his scholarship sorted out. So yeah, he's doing it for the first time, which will be an eye-opener for him. But again, I think he comes in. I mean, he's technically and stuff very tidy. He's got a lot of stuff to sort of work on in his development plan and stuff like that, but obviously that's going to be sort of my main role now with Luca up to, he's my more senior goalie in the youth phase, so really it's a good chance for me to see what he's made of, as I say, mentally more than anything else. But I think on the pitch and stuff he's been really good. He's acquitted himself really well with the scholars. He's been in with them pretty much since they returned to training. So yeah, I mean, we got a good group here. I've enjoyed working with them over the last week. It's been a really good environment, good attitude, and as I say, I know they're a little bit nervous over there at the minute, but at the same time I think they'll work well together to get each other through.
And of course, whilst we've got you here as well, it was good to catch up with Stephen Gregory whilst we were in lockdown, and that playoff final now, and you're looking at Plough Lane coming into sight. You must be feeling really excited about that, yeah?
Yeah, I went in to see Ivor at the new shop, and I've been trying to get into him about a 10-year reunion, because obviously the end of next season, hopefully when we've got crowds back at Plough Lane and we're playing in the new stadium, it's almost the perfect time for a 10-year reunion. But as I say, I'm working on that one. But I mean, it gets further and further away every day, which sounds a little bit silly, but it does. I mean, it's almost clouding over. I actually found the piece of paper the other week that I had the notes on, and I think it was Eric who always said that the story kind of gets a little bit added onto it every time. And having looked at the piece of paper, I think that might have happened as well. But I did definitely have one of the two saves on there. But I always thought I had two, but obviously not. But I did have one. But as I say, the club's so different now. But at the same time, obviously those stories and the stories of everyone beforehand is what makes it what it is. Really, it gives the sort of the fabric of the club, and it's what's sort of set the foundations for what's to come, hopefully. And obviously all the scholars here now and all the young boys here now are looking at it going, this is a great chance now to actually put my name in it and go into a new stadium and be the next John May, the next Danny Kedwell, the next Lyle Taylor, and
next Ed Brown.
All of this. Well, yeah, they might run a bit like me. I don't know. We'll tell in a minute. But as I say, they've got a fantastic opportunity now to go into that wonderful setting and actually go, right, it's time to put my stamp on it. And as I say, from the sessions that I've seen in the last week or so with the scholars, I think a few of them could do it, certainly. So especially the opportunities they're going to get, which is great for them.
So really good catching up with you.
No worries, Rob. Thank you.
But we're going to stick to the road from Kingston Gate. From Kingston Gate, you stick to the path closest to the road, and you make your way all the way up to Richmond Gate, and then all the way back here to Roehampton Gate. You stick to the road from that point to that point. You understand?
My name is Ogundere, better known as Ogs.
My name is Quaine Bartley, and I'm a scholar at Wimbledon, and I'm a striker. Today we're going to be doing the Richmond Park run, and we're going to be introducing some of our scholars here. So first we have Luke Jenkins.
Can header a ball about 500 yards. Very good player.
Solid player. Alright, off you go. Let's get eyes in there.
His leg, but what a player he's going to be when he's back.
When he's back, dangerous, you don't want to know about it. Let's get Quaine. Don't want to get in a 50-50 with this lad, I'll tell you that for free.
Like a dog in there.
Let's get Mars.
Nippy player, this one is.
Nippy player, tidy feet, good in the midfield.
Here we got Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
Josh Adler.
If you ever stuck in the ocean and use his lips. Let's get Ben.
Wakes up at 5 in the morning to do a couple bike rides, good man.
He ain't going nowhere without this time. Here we have Eve. Anything above 50 head, he's on it.
Doesn't say a word either.
Big keeper, big goal stopper, doesn't let anything in. Abs.
What's the runner this boy is?
Runner, next Mo Farah.
Best Somali footballer in the world.
Here we got Troy Chiabi. Scores lots of goals.
Absolute goal machine, clinical in front of goal.
Zidane bin Zidane.
got Morgs. When we do heights and weights, they use a ruler.
Got Aaron Sassy, yeah.
Aaron Sassy, top striker. Definitely one to look out for.
Here we got Paris.
We've got P, also known as the Duracell battery.
Here we got Ibs.
AKA the turtle.
Yeah, there we go.
He'll be doing a
Ninja
good
Turtle.
run today. Rem, tidy little player, nippy little feet.
Go on now.
Luca. Tall goalie, very good with his hands.
There we go. That's it.
Well, with me now, defender Luke Jenkins. You've had a very good pre-season so far. How much have you been enjoying it with the first team?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, considering I've been out for so long last year, I missed from the start of September. I've been out until, well, just for a quarantine, so coming back into the action with the first team, it's been good, like very good experience, meeting all the players, playing with them especially. I've enjoyed it very much, so hopefully it continues.
Tell us about the injury, because it was a long way back for you, yeah?
Yeah, so it started last year during pre-season. Started to get a bit of back pain, and after playing it for a few more weeks, turned out to be a lower back stress fracture. Kept me out for around 6 to 7 months, so I missed the whole of last year, and yeah, it was a tough experience, not being able to do anything at all. So I was in a pretty bad place, but coming back now certainly lifted my mood, and now I feel good to play again.
How much have you enjoyed playing a part of the first team during pre-season?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I mean, considering we're playing with the players that play at a high standard, it's much different compared to 18s football, and I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and hopefully it continues.
And who's helped you in the first team dressing room during this?
I'd say Will has been a big impact as well. Especially Terrell Thomas, he's been very good as well. I've appreciated what he's been talking, especially playing with him a lot. So me and T have had a good relationship, and yeah, it's been good.
So you've got to take it easy today. You've got to go around on the bike, yeah? Because you've got still pre-season to compete with.
Yeah, of course. I won't be running today. Hopefully, yeah, just going around on the bike and keep myself in good shape.
And of course, Troy Chiabi as well. Remember you both coming in on the bike last year at the start of last year's Richmond run. Well, Troy Chiabi and Luke Jenkins. Troy on his bike again, making his way into the Richmond Park Run 2019. He's had a very good pre-season himself, hasn't he?
Yeah, we was the same situation last year, both same in Richmond on the headlines, and hopefully it's been the same this year. We both had a good pre-season, and hopefully it continues.
Luke, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
So here we are at the start line of the Richmond Run 2020. Didn't seem possible a few months ago, but it is taking place again this year. The curtain raiser, if you like, for the academy season. There's a couple of the favourites for this. Isaac Ogundere, been playing well, getting in the first team during pre-season, and young Morgan Williams as well, representing the Welsh. There's a few more on the start line here, as you can see, preparing, warming up. A few nervous faces as well, all about team bonding, of course. But that competitive edge will kick in. And as we said, even though Mark Robinson's not here, the legend of the Black Hornet still lives on. Just to get him a little bit nervous out there as well. A bit of a story that they've got to watch out for. They might get rushed off to Roehampton Hospital, but really, even though they don't know it, not really one here. At least I hope there's not anyway. But we'll be underway here shortly. It's Academy manager Michael Hamilton with a few last-minute tips and hints. A lot of scrutiny on him today to see how he gets round. Fair play to Michael running it this year.
So deers, cars, everything take precedence over us. I will say it again, nobody walks, lads, alright? Find it within you, get in your zone now, okay? It's just you and yourself, alright? Get your head down and make sure that you just keep pushing all the way, yes? Alright? Everyone excited? Yeah. No? Good, that's what we want to hear. Good, right, on the start line.
Under 18s manager Rob Tooby there on his bike.
Good luck, lads.
Just moments to go. We'll be underway here shortly. And they're off.
Yo, what is this?
We'll see them again at the finishing line. Well, with us here on the start-finish line is Jenna Richards, along with JULIAN SARMIENTO-RAMIREZ and Isaac Alanian as well. Jenna, just to say, no Mark Robinson here this year. How are we coping?
We're coping okay, but it's a bit strange. Obviously, Mark started the boys doing these runs, and every year he's come down. So yeah, it's a bit strange without him. But yeah, we've done it enough times now that we're well planned and well rehearsed, and we know what's happening.
How good is it to be back out here again, particularly after what everybody's been through? Yeah,
Fantastic, and it's just so good for the boys to be able to be together again, and something like this, actually, them pushing themselves, harder than they probably thought they could, is really good just for team spirit and building that bonding. And so even the lads that unfortunately are injured at the moment and can't run, they're still here to be part of the day.
Yeah, Isaac, just tell us about your own situation. What's happened there?
So, second session back from lockdown, I was playing a pass and my foot got caught in the ground and I managed to tear my meniscus in my right knee. And yeah, I had to have an operation last Thursday, and yeah, thankfully it went all well. So just building back up now, and hopefully 3-4 months and I'll be back out.
Key player for us last season, you're staying positive, yeah?
Yeah, just trying to help the boys stay positive, build like some bonds, and yeah, just support them all the way.
Jenna, what's the situation with him? What are you working on here on the start-finish line with him?
Yeah, so at the moment, because he's, it was nearly two Thursdays ago, so we're nearly 2 weeks. So the focus at the moment is just on getting his movement back, and also trying to just keep the strength in his leg. So he is in a brace. He's just had it off because we've been doing some rehab work, but in a brace and on crutches at the moment. But we'll slowly just regain the movement, get him back into walking, and then the next step would be bike, and then he'll be back out on the pitch. So it's not obviously it's not the best time for him, and he's disappointed to be injured, but he's had really good attitude and he's working really hard at his rehab, so I'm confident that that he's going to do well.
And we got Julian with us here as well. Julian, just to say, I mean, you enjoyed a little bit of playing with the first team in pre-season, yeah? How much did you enjoy that?
It was good. Only got a short time, but it's expected, but I did well, the team did well, and it's just a good experience to start off and hopefully get more of it in the future.
What's the situation with you? Just a minor injury?
Yeah, not as serious as Isaac, but it's just a minor back injury, lower back, but hopefully I should be back soon enough, right before the season starts.
And I suppose the focus will really be again during later on in the season, the FA Youth Cup maybe we could see you back in that?
Yeah, no, of course you will. You'll see me scoring some goals soon enough.
Isaac, just to say as well, I mean, you were part of the squad, of course, that went up to Bramall Lane and Sheffield United.
Yeah.
You're keen to sort of make up for that again this season?
Yeah, definitely. We thought we underachieved last year, especially in the situation we were in, 1-0 up. But yeah, we want to go even further this year, hopefully, just push on and keep working forward.
Jenna, it's a young group this season, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is a young group. We've had obviously the new first-year scholars come in, and then some under-16s as well who've come in and training with us. A lot of the second-year boys has been up playing and training with the first team, and then obviously as new signings come in, we'll have more of those boys back training with us. And it's really a time for them to become leaders. So Isaac, back around with the under-18s, he might not be taking part in training, but the way our setup is at the moment, because everything's outside, we're in a gazebo pitch side, and he's still there, he's still watching training, and he's still part of everything that's happening. So I think that's been really good. I think you probably appreciated it because you're out with the boys, you don't feel like you're separated from them. And so we're looking forward to the season ahead.
Well, here we are on the finish line. It's not going to be a record this year. The record of Hussein BILER and Elliot Bolton of 42.28 stays intact, but Isaac Ogundere is on his way, and he is going to be first home in the Richmond Run 2020. Picking him up now, he's been playing a little bit for the first team in pre-season, and he looks in good condition as well. Isaac Ogundere, first home in the Richmond Run 2020.
44.33.
44.33.
And is that Ben or Ethan? Can't see. Ben?
Here comes the second one. Is that Ben Mason?
First year.
Ben Mason on his way. Did a little bit of an academy video diary. You may have seen it on YouTube. And second home here is Ben Mason. Right on, Ben.
44.59.
James Oliver Pearce on his right. So that's the first two home, Isaac Ogundere and Ben Mason in the Richmond Run 2020. Good conditions to run in as well.
Yeah, 44.59.
Isaac Ogundere, 44.33. How did you find it out there?
Great to be honest, good run out. I think doing this every year is good for us as well. Just helps the mentality, shows what we're about as a club. as well.
Second home, Ben Mason. How did you find it getting out there?
I thought it was good. I thought we all started good as a team, and then I just think it's good we keep doing this because, say, like later on in the season, when if it's like 80th minute, we know we can dig deep, and then hopefully we can take this into games, and then that will just push our mentality throughout the season.
And here is third place on the way. It's young Morgan Williams, the Welsh prospect, taking third place here.
48-21.
48-21 for Morgan Williams in third place.
And another under 16, Aaron Satu.
Comes Aaron in fourth place. Sprint finish for him.
48-30.
Here he comes, star of Sky Sports at the moment, Will Rose. Come on his way. Fifth place.
Through to me. Through to me.
Count me now.
Come on.
Count me now.
Come on.
And quickly followed by Michael
Get
Cook
past the line, get past it.
from the academy as well. A top 10 finish for him. He's done very well there.
Very good.
Good time. So Abdi Ali, one of the pre-race favourites here, on his way. He's going to get a top 10 finish as well. He's going to claim 7th place here for Abdi Ali. With a figure, all the lads here encouraging him over the line as well.
So we've got another under 16 coming through now. Remy coming through.
Come on, Remy. That's the finishing line. Here. Go.
8th place for Remy.
51-30.
Right, let's see what kind of reception Academy manager Michael Hamilton gets from the troops here.
Move him.
Yeah, nice, Mike.
Here he comes.
Nice, Mike.
The boss, Michael Hamilton.
Come on, Matt. Brilliant.
Made it round.
Love that. Yeah, nice, Rob.
Here comes the gaffer,
Started on a
team's
bike.
manager Rob Tuvey.
Oh, brilliant.
Did a bit on the bike, he was finishing there over the line. Here comes goalkeeper Aaron Jones. And if ever you're going to have someone to motivate you to get yourself around as well, it's Seb Brown there on a bike there with him. Aaron Jones makes it over the finish line. And here's the man who helped inspire him, as he's inspired quite a few people, yellow and blue, over the years. Goalkeeper coach Seb Brown. Here he comes, bringing up the field here, but of course he's had a great pre-season. He's been in goal scoring form. His personality, that is Troy Chiabi. He's made it round. Well done, Troy, last home here, but he did it, that's what counts. Rob, what did you make of the event today then?
Yeah, no, it's we've always said as an academy it's one of our favourite days of the year. It's great to be out in the public, and it's a great park to just see some inspiring people. We've got people in wheelchairs going around, marathon runners training here. And it's just a great day. It's great to see the community out and asking who are we, getting the word of Wimbledon out there, and to see the boys mentally go through some stuff that they know they have to dig in, people on bikes, their teammates on bikes, getting them in. It brings us all together. So it's one of our favourite days of the year. It's such a great event.
And you had to join in yourself. Tell us how you found it.
Yeah, no, it was tough. Yeah, about 1.5k in, one of the lads felt his back go. So yeah, I had to jump off the bike and have a little 10.5k run. But no, it was good. Again, it's good for myself, it's good for the boys to see that practice what you preach, really. I had to dig in, I had some dark moments out there, but you have to dig in and you have to get yourself through it and that, so it's all part of being part of the team.
Isaac Ogundere got first, and there was a few other notable performances as well. Mike Hamilton got round.
Yeah, no, yeah, well done Mike for getting round. I thought I had him at one point, but no, Oggs has come back pre-season and done absolutely superb. He's really kicked on, he's took on board everything that we said. He's put in some really good performances for the first team in pre-season, and he's one to look out for. We're really pleased with him. A few 16s who have really dug in as well. I've got to mention young Ben Mason as well. He puts in the work every single day, and he lives his life like a professional every single day, and it's credit to him that he's up there, and he deserves everything that he gets for the work that he puts in.
The key thing is the bonding and the team spirit that it's created as well today, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. That was really big for us last year, the togetherness of the team. So it's really good that they're starting to come together. A real mix of different personalities in this year's first years and second years. So bringing them all together is really important, hopefully to get a good year.
We had a text through from Robbo saying 12, 13 years, his first one he's missed. It's been missed a bit? Yeah, no, definitely, he's definitely missed, but we all know that Robbo started this, and this is one of Robbo's legacy, like many things within the academy. Yeah, no,
hopefully we've done him proud with the day that we've put on, but I'm sure he'll be part of some in the future.
But it's something of tradition that you yourself now you're looking to take on and add to as well, yeah?
100%. There's so many good things that were put in place by James and Robert and Jenna for me to come into this role. So it's not a lot of stuff that I've had to put in place. A lot of it has been in place already, and hopefully I can just tweak a few things and add to it as we move forward.
Rob, well done today.
Thank you, cheers.